Hello lovely people and welcome to Wild Crochet. In today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to do a border for this corner to corner swatch. Now if you have not done a corner to corner before, I do have a tutorial here, probably a couple of tutorials back, and it'll show you how to do the corner to corner square. Then come back to us and do the border with us. Now let's get started. For this tutorial you will need the same thread that you use to make your swatch. We used this one here, which is a luxury sorbet, peppermint sorbet from Bendigo Woolen Mills, of course. For those of you who know me, say of course. And this one here is the contrast colour. You'll need that. I'll explain that to you later. Okay, I like this colour because lemon and blue look gorgeous together. You will need your hook, the same size as the hook you use to make your swatch. I'm using a 5 for the purpose of the tutorial so you can see the stitches. You will need a pair of scissors, and you will need a darning needle or a sewing needle to weave in those pesky ends. Alright, so let's get started. For this tutorial you will only need to know how to do a single crochet, a chain stitch and double crochet. So it's really quite basic. First row, single crochet and chains, so easy. Okay, we're going to start in any one of these. See the big gaps, that gap, and then that gap. Let me get a nice close-up so you know what I mean. See, those gaps right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's between the clusters, okay? So what you're going to do is pop your hook inside one of the gaps. Any one, but not the corner, just the side for now, because I want to show you how to do the corners. And just pull up a loop. You don't have to lock in anything or anything, just pull up the loop for now. Okay. So I just cross it over to hold it down so it doesn't fall, okay? So you chain 1, yes, and then you single crochet in the same space as your chain 1. Done. Easy, yeah? Pop that away now. Now you do chain 2, 1, 2, and then you single crochet in your next space. Pretty basic, huh? Chain 2, 1, 2, and then you single crochet into that next space. Chain 1, 2, and then you single crochet into the last space, chain 1 and 2. Now we're getting to the corner. If you go into there, that's just it's not really a corner there, is it? So you've really got to get into a little space in that corner somewhere and do a single crochet, okay? So if you go in there, it's just going to split and it's going to look like you haven't got into the corner. You really got to get up there and get into that little corner space. So there's your single crochet, and then you chain 1 and 2, and then you do another single crochet in that same space. All right, easy? Too easy, yep. Now you chain 2 again, 1, 2, and then you single crochet into the next space. We've just passed that corner. All right, see how we passed the corner? I'll blow it up for you so you can have a look, or bring it down, sorry, and there's your corner. All right, so what I want you to do, continue doing that all the way around until you get to there. I'll show you. That's where we started, there, until you get to there. All right, that little chain space group there. All right. Okay, we're back to this corner now. Okay, and I'll do another close-up there for you so you can see. All right, we do our last 2 chains there, 1, 2, which I did before, sorry. And then we find another little gap in there. Oh, yes, we're doing not a double crochet, sorry. We're doing a single crochet in there, like that. 1, and then chain 2, 1, 2, single crochet in the same space, and then chain 2. Oh, sorry, my thread is finished. 1, 2, and then remember our first stitch we did here, and then we did a single crochet. You need to just slip stitch in that chain there. All right, so you're slip stitching in that chain. All right, slip stitch, okay? Then we pull the thread through, and so far that's your first row, okay? Now if you want to, you can weave in that end now. I'm going to wait until later and I'll show you how to do it later, okay? So we've done that. Now we're ready for border, the second row of the border. So it's row number 2 of the border. Okay, this is where the yellow comes in. All right, and also for those of you who know me, they'll know that I don't like to start on the same end where I've got a thread. So I will start literally on another area, which will be just here maybe. Yep. Okay, so we put our hook, I'll blow this up a little bit for you, put our hook into, not the corner one, okay, we'll put it anywhere but the corner, okay. Now, let's try here because we can see that a bit better for you, all right. So that's your corner right there. We'll put it in there for now. So pop your hook in there, and you're just going to bring up a loop on with your yellow, whichever way you like to bring it up. Okay, now you chain 1 and chain 1, 2, 3, and then you do a double crochet in that same chain space. So the first 3 chains classifies as a double crochet. All right, now no chaining, you just go to your next chain space and put 2 double crochets in there. 1 and, oops, my thread's all over the place, sorry, 2. Okay, and guess what? You're going to do the same in the next chain space. This is such an easy border for this corner to corner, and I use it often for newborn babies, okay? It just helps me close up all those chain spaces. So you won't notice it now, but you'll notice it later when it's all together. Okay, and then you put 2 into the next chain space, and then sorry, I'm going ahead of my crocheting. Okay, and then 2 in that next chain space before the corner, not the corner. Okay, 2 in there, and when you get to the corner, you put 2 in there like that, 1 and 2, then you chain 2, and then you put another 2 double crochets in the same space. All right, that has produced our corner. Let's just pull it up and show you. See, there you go. It's kind of made the corner. You won't notice it until a bit later. Well, let me blow that out again. See, we've started and there's our corner, all right? It'll look better later once that next row is on. But if you can see carefully, in this one, you can see how it separates and it gives it a nice little look in here. Later when you do another row of blue, it's going to look very nice in there, okay? Let's get going. All right, actually, you know what I want you to do? I want you to keep going all the way around, and then when you get to here, stop, okay? Exactly what we did here. Continue until here. I'll meet you back. All right, we've come to this corner here. I've got another space before the corner to do. I'm sorry, I'll bring that up again. Okay, so there's that little space before your corner. Your corner's up there. So you will do 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets. Okay. Then there's your little corner, and you've got to try and find that space in there. See that little space? I'll give it a tug so you can see the space. Okay, right there. See that little gap? Chain space it's called. So we're going to do a double crochet in there. 1. Oops. 2. I'm going to do, just bring that out a bit so you can see. It's coming out of the picture a little bit, sorry. Okay, 1, 2 chain, and then another 2 double crochets in that chain space. Now that we've got chain space, you know where it goes. 1, 2. Now we've already, oh, this yarn is splitting today. I've been working with it too much, I apologise. We've already done our 2 double crochets there. So all we need to do is slip stitch that across to close up our square. All right, so we will find the top, here I can blow this one up, find the top of the chain space. So the third chain, the top of the third chain, all right? We're just going to slip stitch it across that way. And then chain, just to close up our stitch, snip it, and give it a tug. So now, so far, you have 2 rows of your border done. If you want, you could leave it like that. It could look great just like that. I like a 3rd and a 4th row done. And the only reason is the contrast looks gorgeous once you put that next 2 rows, those next 2 rows on. So we're going to do another 2 rows. Now this row is going to be a little bit different. It'll be the same as we were doing before, but when we get to the corners here, instead of chaining 2 across here, we're only going to chain 1. And I'll show you that when we get there. All right. Let's start from, okay, there's no threads hanging out here. We'll start from here. So we're going to start from just before the corner, okay? Pull up a loop. Doesn't matter how you do it, just pull up that loop and chain 1. And then again, single crochet in the same space as you've chained 1. All right, now chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to do exactly what we did before. 1, 2, single crochet in the next space. 1, 2, oops, my thread's all locked up there, sorry. And we single crochet in that space. Easy, yeah? Too easy. 1, 2, single crochet in that space. 1, 2, single crochet in the space. Now this is where it's different. And the reason I like to do this is because if you put 2 chains there, it sometimes makes it looks a little bit too loose when you do your next row. So I actually do 1 chain, okay? And then we do single crochet in there. This thread keeps getting snagged. Okay, and then 1, 2, and then we put a single crochet in there. And then to go to the next cluster set, we chain 1 only. So chaining 1 to get into the corner space, and then chaining 1 to get out, okay? And then you go single crochet into that next section. Easy, yeah? And then chain 1, 2, and you continue your single crochets, okay? So what I want you to do is continue all the way around until you get to there and stop. All right, meet you back. Okay, here we are again. Now we do our normal single crochet in there, okay? Chain the 1 before the corner. Remember, we're chaining 1 only. You actually can chain 2. I'll tell you why after it, but I prefer to do the 1, okay? And we single crochet in our corner like we did on all the other corners. Chain 1 and 2, and then we single crochet in the same corner, okay? And then we chain 1, remember, out of the corner, and we're slip stitching. I'll get close up at that so you can see. We're going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet we did, not the chain under there, just the very first single crochet, which is a little bit tight, okay, with my crocheting. Sorry, lovely people. Okay, we slip stitch in there, straight into there, okay? Oh, sorry, did that come out of the screen? Sorry. And then we chain 1 and we cut it. Did I forget to bring it out again? My apologies. Give it a tug, but most people do know how to slip stitch anyway, okay? So that's that. See how it's nice? See how it's beginning to look like you're using a new design? And it's pretty basic, very, very basic for crocheters. Okay, now we're going to do the 4th and, in my opinion, final row, but you can do a 5th and 6th, and you can keep doing this stitch, oh, it's tongue-tied today. This double crochet, then this stitch. Double crochet, chain stitches, double crochet. You can just keep going until as wide as you want your border. So all you need to do, and I'm not going to do the whole thing, I just want to show you so you know what I mean by a 4th row, and I do want to show you how to sew in those ends at the end, or how to weave in the ends. You just find that next space wherever you want to find it. I don't care where you find it, just don't use the corners. Okay. The only reason I say don't use the corners is it can look a little bit out of shape when you're starting from the corners. Having said that, if you find it easier to start from the corner, by all means start from the corner. So remember this, with a lemon row, we're chaining up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're putting another double crochet in that chain space. Now I wanted to do this row, or part of it, just to show you how nice it looks. And you just put 2 double crochets into the next, like we did on row 2. Sorry, and then another 2 double crochets in the next. I hope I didn't say 3. I thought I might have said 3. Sorry, I meant 2. 2 in each space as we did before. There. 1, 2. I'll just get to that corner so you can see what the corner looks like with the stitching in it. 2, if I've got enough thread here. I think I have. Okay, 2 in there. We're not in the corner yet, we're still on the sides. Okay, and now we're going to get into that corner right there. Not into the yellow or the lemon, but into the blue. Let's get close up so you can see that. All right, into that blue chain space. Yours truly is really tight crochet. I do apologise. That's why I used a larger hook. And you just pull it through like a normal double crochet. Do your double crochet, do another one right there in the same place, and then chain 2, 1 and 2, and then do 2 more in there. Let me bring that out again. You just do 2 more double crochets in there like we did in row 2, and I think we'll just leave it there so you can see. Okay, all right, see there, see how it's making that little pretty look? Okay, it looks great. I like it. Now, if you want, you can do another row and then another row and do it 6, depending on how big you want your blanket to be, or your pillow, whatever it is you're making. Now, you could also do a row of single crochet at the end to, I don't know, give it a different look. You could do picketed edge. That's a whole new tutorial in itself. You could do whatever edges you like, whatever border you want, okay? This is just a base border. A basic base border to just to keep your blanket in place. And if you've noticed, my square wasn't exactly shaped before because sometimes I crochet a little tight, a little loose, whatever. Now that I've put the border on, it's starting to look more like a square. Okay, I do like to block my squares before I do the border. The item that I make is always washed and blocked twice before it leaves my home. And the reason being is because when you're doing a border on a blocking like this, it has straightened it up a little, but I think, being so fussy that I am, I like to keep it completely straight before I put the border on, okay? And that's just me and my fussy way. Having said that, you have now completed a border for your square. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell button so you can receive more tutorials. And don't forget, if you really like to crochet, you like crochet, but you don't like to actually do it, go visit my stores, both the Etsy or the Made-it.com stores, made-it.com.au. The links are down below. Check them out. Purchase what you like and keep on crocheting. Bye.